Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to F1 Manager 24. It's episode number 5. I was going to put this episode on hold, and then the first update to fix some of the bugs contained within the game, went ahead and came out in time for me to be able to get this recording in on the expected release date of it. So for now, I'll take it one episode at a time. There may be delays in the series momentarily while the game kind of sorts out some of the major issues. This first fix was a little light compared to the things that they were expecting to work on, and a lot of the key areas that are impacting my gameplay have yet to be resolved. We're still in that first season, but pushing into a second season would see potentially a lot more issues that have been plaguing people coming about. So another reason to kind of hold off until various updates are made to the game. But for the moment, we'll proceed at 3 episodes per week. Now, of course, we're still losing $1.1 million per month, and it is a bug. It is something that's going to be fixed, resolving the salaries of AI-generated drivers, and staff for that matter, but especially the drivers. However, at this point, if we can survive, I'm not going to worry about that. For one thing, I'm fairly certain it would take a new series to resolve that, as I don't think that we will magically see the salaries of my drivers who were AI generated suddenly slashed in half. Now, there are editors. I could go in and fix that, and if our finances do get to that point, I might just do something to try to resolve that. There is an editor that I might be able to get in and resolve certain issues about keeping our job long term. I've set this up to be as hard as I possibly can make it, and some of those bugs are helping us in those regards, making it very difficult and squeaking by to slowly progress is what I want to do for a while, because I have a feeling, especially with how the AI is developing parts, at least at this point in time, that it really wouldn't take much for us to get the ball rolling and take off and pass up everybody else once we overcome these financial difficulties. I've got to maintain my job in the first place, though. That's one challenge we have not yet guaranteed. And here's already the update has cost me something dear. We've lost a good 65 points in Emma Beach's marketability. Let's hope that that's resolved after this first weekend. Otherwise, that's going to create a serious problem. One thing that I need to address very soon is that my 3 staff members outside of the race engineers all have expiring contracts this year. It takes bonuses to get them signed on, but their salaries are generally low, and with fairly low quality, or below average quality, they should be relatively cheap signing bonuses. But we've got to have something for that, and at the moment, as we head to Austria, we're down to $2 million, as I just spent $1 million on 2 front wings and 2 suspension to help us get by, and the turn of the month is coming where we're about to lose that $1.1 million. So depending on what happens with race targets here, we are going to be right on down to a bare minimum for a little bit until we get that, hopefully, big payout from the sponsors. The sprint race saw Emma Beach finish in 20th and Rivas finish last place. Not a good start point for our weekend, and you can see Rivas was a full second off the pace of Beach at any stage during that sprint. So the Austrian Grand Prix comes to an end with Verstappen, Leclerc, and Sainz rounding out the podium. Perez 4th, the McLarens coming in next, and then George Russell. We have not taken a position in the top 17, which has me a little bit worried, especially with how the other race went. Rivas gets 19th, Beach gets 21st. Rivas is going to collect us $200K, as her objective was 21st or above. Beach's was 20th or above, so Beach will not collect the $300K. So we're only going to get $200K out of this race, and we've got somebody who's out of the race, and Beach had brand new components. So there was a crash in, well, not brand new, second race components. Far too new to be experiencing mechanical faults. A chassis, front wing, and suspension have all been destroyed. We have 4 days till Silverstone. The first suspension should be ready soon enough, so I think we'll be okay there. I'm not convinced by the chassis. I have a chassis research project or development project ongoing that's nearly done, so I was not preparing any new ones in the meantime. I'm not sure I have one more available. I guess I'll find out soon enough. The gearbox took a big shunt in that as it went from 85% to 55%. It's kind of looking from this that this was like a lap 1 incident. We have gotten a driver development update with a +1 to braking for beach, a +1 to control, definitely a good couple of attribute points, +1 to cornering for Rivas, and +1 to adaptability. The cornering at least will help her. Turns out I did have that one more chassis. I'm down to the final 2. I need to check in on the completion date. It's still a month until it's going to be complete. But I thought we were supposed to be going into the summer break. No. That's after Spa. As in real world just happened. I have 3 races to get through before we're going to have a new chassis. I'm going to have to make one. We only have 800,000 left. Just to get one done, it's going to take 550,000. Well, this is a problem. This is a serious problem. We have a design center fire. Now, design center is not your manufacturing. This should be a separate place. But we can't design or research car parts, right? That's something different. This is a bug, and this is going to impact us in a desperate way that I'm going to have to do something in regards to, because what they're talking about here is not what they're talking about here. This is manufacturing. This is our factory versus our design center. The design center is shut down temporarily for a couple of weeks. But our factory is supposed to be actively manufacturing parts, and it's not. But the chassis remains at 29 days. Our suspension is supposed to have one done in 1 day. Something is bugged on that email. I don't know which one it is, but right now we do not have a spare suspension. We're down to 1 in 1 day. Apparently, we're supposed to get 1 back. We'll see what happens. There's your factory. The chassis and the research is the one showing up. Let's hope they got this right. Obviously, there's another bug involved, but we need that suspension. 4 days till Silverstone. Fortunately, the email was the one that was incorrect, and we are looking at a suspension for both cars. Just the one, nothing to spare, but at least we have the one. Same on the chassis for that matter. The marketability issue has not been resolved, so Emma Beach, the update has wiped out her marketability, which there's a good chance that that's going to ruin our sponsor plan and see us come up very well short of our engagement plan. So yeah, we do have issues here. We do have issues. All right, folks, here's the deal. I think we're on the verge of absolutely just destroying any hope of this series even happening with updates that break your save and not resolve the issues that exist. I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement that I was going to make through a post and put it here at the end of this episode. I am temporarily halting this series, but it will 100% resume or restart when ready. The game is not. It is too buggy right now, and this is the first time in 3 years. While the chatter has been frequent from other sources, it hasn't been from me. I love F1 Manager. I think it's a fantastic game. But right now, F1 Manager 24, upon release, is way above and beyond the bug count than what we were seeing in the earlier versions of this game. And it is borderline unplayable right now, as it is. I think if you had a top team, for one thing, you could take a mid team and make them top very quickly in this game. Where we've got this thing set up, between the salary issues, between the bugs that exist, the sponsor issues, it's making it near impossible to have little shortcomings happen here and there that hold you back, like marketability suddenly just disappearing out of nowhere. We had it, there was an update, we don't have it. Like nothing happened in the game, in the series, for her marketability to go away. At this rate, we are clearly going to get fired because we're going to run out of money. And yeah, we just can't play like that. And I'm not going to turn difficulty down to make it easy to overcome the challenges that shouldn't be there in the first place. So, just a pause. I love F1 Manager, and I will 100% bring it back soon enough. Thank you for your patience, and I'll see you soon.